In this video, we're going to review the Kiprun Cushion 500. Hey runners, and welcome to my channel. My name is Letty. I usually host the Marathon Running Podcast, which is a weekly podcast, and you're welcome to listen to it as well. But on this YouTube channel, Letty Runs, we do a lot of shoe reviews, and today we are doing one for a brand that we've never reviewed anything for, Kiprun. But before we hop into all of that, here is a quick disclaimer. This shoe has been provided to me for the purpose of review. However, no one is paying me for this review, and all opinions expressed here are my own. Alright, so with these disclaimers out of the way, I want to take a second and talk about Kiprun, because Kiprun is a brand that I was not familiar with until literally the beginning of this year. I was in Kenya in January of this year, and I saw a bunch of Kiprun athletes. So at first I thought it was a running club, then I realized it was a brand, and then I ended up thinking it was a Kenyan brand just because I know they have a location in Kenya where they have a school and talent academy or whatever you want to call that for athletes that are of high performance that we saw. But then I realized they are not a brand from Kenya, they're actually French. So it's a French brand that is kind of getting into the US market and obviously has been stronger in other locations in Europe. We're just now learning about this brand in the US. And they were kind enough to send me these shoes as well as some apparel. Normally I'm very picky when it comes to apparel. They sent me a t-shirt. It's not this t-shirt, but it's a technical t-shirt that is a bright pink matching these shoes and some tights. And I have to say both of them fit very well. I'll probably end up posting them on Instagram. But yeah, so with that, obviously, they sent the most essential thing that I usually care about, which is running shoes. These are the Cushion 500s, and I guess we're going to talk about what the purpose is of this shoe model. So the Cushion 500 is your daily trainer. As Kiprun claimed in the intro, this is supposed to be a Swiss Army knife of running. So what does that mean, Swiss Army knife? As many of you guys know, a Swiss Army knife is not just a knife. It is a pocket knife that has a lot of things on it. And I'm going to put it up here so you guys can see it. Normally there's a corkscrew on it, tweezers, scissors, all sorts of fun stuff. So that tells me right then and there that Kiprun intends for this shoe to be very versatile. And if I end up finding this shoe very versatile at the end of my review, versatile enough to be wearing it a lot, then that's a win, right? So that is the model and purpose. But let's talk about some tech specs. I was unable to find a lot on their website in regards to this particular shoe, mainly because it's not a specific racing shoe. I think it's kind of more of a hybrid running / walking shoe. But I ended up finding out that this shoe has an 8mm drop. On the website, they list the shoe coming in at 385 grams, which I converted to be 13.58 ounces. And I don't know what size this is for, but as you guys know, I always weigh my own shoe. And when I weighed this shoe in a women's size 39 European, which is a 8 in US size, comes in at 336 grams, which is 8.3 ounces. The shoe is also listed as stable. When it comes to the price point of the shoe is listed at 69.99 euros, which is very budget friendly, coming in at $78 right now in this current day and age conversion. All right, so let's talk about the key features of the shoe, or rather we can say that we're gonna describe the shoe from top to bottom. What I forgot to say earlier is that Decker makes the shoe for Kiprun, and Decker is known to make things of good quality. This shoe has a little bit of a retro look in my opinion. It has very breathable jacquard mesh right here all around the top. That's what the upper is made out of, and that is also supposed to be water resistant. The shoelaces are just regular shoelaces, and you guys know that I always have problems with shoelaces that come undone when I'm running. With this shoe it didn't happen because they're not very slippery at all. The tongue is attached on one side only. I'm going to show you this right here, but not on the other side. It stays in place nicely, and of course it also has this little loop in the middle, which helps it stay in place. It's cushioned, but not too cushioned. So not too bad where it would soak up a bunch of sweat when you're running. And the same goes for the heel color. The heel color is very nicely cushioned and it's thick but not too thick. It's just kind of really soft. You have a pull tab that is actually usable at the back, so you can just slip into the shoe. On the inside you have a removable insert, which is just a regular insert, which I appreciate because I like to throw my shoes in the washer, especially a shoe like this that'll get dirty quickly. I know you're not supposed to put shoes in the washer, but for me it's always the ultimate test whether your shoes will survive the washing machine, and these did do. So that's good. When it comes to the foam, we here have the M foam, which is a new Eva foam that is lightweight and I think pretty good for when you want to take the shoe out for just regular runs, easy runs, etc. At the bottom you have a 5-star anti-slip outsole, they call it, to handle different weathers and wetness on the ground. And this anti-slip goes all the way to the outside, which I appreciate because this is exactly the area that I wear down first. So that is that. Now, my first impression when I received my package from Kiprun first, I was obviously very happy because, as I've told you guys over and over before, as a woman, I am very impressed by different color schemes. I don't have any pink shoes. So this, along with the t-shirt, makes a really great outfit, and the tights. So all in all, that came into the experience with it. So that was part of the experience of opening up this box. So I really like the color of the shoe, and in general, the cut of the shoe looks a little bit retro and kind of cool, you know, with the mesh up here. And I knew right away, because I hadn't heard about this shoe being a racing shoe, I knew this was going to be a hybrid for me because I would probably wear this shoe a lot for walking as well. So I was excited about that. And now I'm going to show you what the shoe looks like when I wear it. Now I'm going to give you my opinion. When I wear this shoe, it feels like a really nice shoe. It feels like definitely a Swiss Army knife of shoes because it's a versatile shoe. If I want to go for a run, I will wear the shoe and it does the job. Does it do super great on tempo work? I mean, you can pick up the pace in it, but if you want to go super fast in it and you have a training plan where you know that today is the day that you're going to go run a tempo run, you probably don't want to wear this shoe because it's just a very versatile shoe. But if you're traveling somewhere for a weekend and you know you're just going to need to get some miles in and the pace is irrelevant because you're just doing mileage, I think this is a great shoe. It's also a great shoe because it is versatile, because you can then also wear it as a walking shoe and traveling shoe and a fashion shoe that goes well with the outfit of the day that you want to wear. So I think that is the case for that. So that's that. The shoe held up very well, and I did put it through the washer and it held up just perfect. Again, it was very nice that the shoe has a insole that you can remove when you wash the shoe, because I like to wash my insoles by hand if I can. And so that was just another perk. The rubber outsole of the shoe is also very nice because it seems to hold up and it didn't wear down in the areas where my shoes normally wear down. The shoe is true to size. I'm normally an 8.5, so I struggled with the sizing of the shoe a little bit, but I knew that normally I'm an 8.5 and it would work out just fine. So that is that part. Now, who do I recommend this shoe for? I feel like this shoe is recommended for entry-level runners, that want to just dip into running miles and don't need to be running 50 to 60 miles a week. I recommend this shoe for people that do want a versatile running shoes, maybe entry-level runners that are not trying to do workouts quite yet, but are just trying to get some basic easy miles in. I think that shoe is great. I also think the shoe is a great shoe to maybe wear at work, because when you're on your feet all day, you do have enough cushion to make it through the day where your foot feels great. I've worn this shoe while traveling as well and had a similar experience with it, that at the end of the day my feet didn't hurt, just felt fine. I also feel like, Kiprun has a lot of fun colors, and we don't see this pink bubblegum color from a lot of brands, so I think that's another perk, at least in my book. So that's who I recommend this shoe for. Again, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for more shoe reviews in the future. And if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below so everyone else listening to this video can also learn from you guys if you have any input to the Cushion 500. And if you have any particular shoes from Kiprun that you guys want me to review, put them down in the comments as well so I can do that. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, have a great week of running.